Why don't you tell me why you're here?
I was in rehab for sex and love addiction, and it didn't work.
How do you know it didn't work?
I'm in love.
Well, love isn't always a disease. Sometimes it's just love.
Well, I mean, I'm obsessive. I've been known to stalk a little.
I'm not so interested in past diagnosis. I don't want to prejudge.
Just a little bit. Very little. Welcome back, everyone. That was a peek at the new romantic comedy, She Came to Me. The film centers around a composer suffering from a terrible case of writer's block before an unusual encounter shakes up his life, giving him a jolt of inspiration.
Yeah, unusual is an understatement. Two of the stars of the film are here. They have an interim agreement from the Striking Actors Union to promote their film. And the director joins us as well. Please help us welcome Anne Hathaway, Marisa Tomei, and director Rebecca Miller.
Right up. Good to see you guys.
Big congratulations on the film. Rebecca, I want to start with you. It's a romantic comedy, but it's a very different kind of romantic comedy. When you set out making this, did you intend for it to be this different?
Well, you know what? I just followed the strands of the story and tried to braid them together. There were these three stories, these three love stories, really, and it was all about trying to figure out a structure that would work and where you know, I did know the tone was light. If they're serious matters, but seen through a light lens.
And your character, you have to be happy, you have to be sympathetic, professional, funny at the same time, all while having a breakdown. How did you do it?
It was all in the writing. I trusted Rebecca Miller, and I just, some of my favorite characters to play are, and I think some of the funniest people are people who have no sense of humor whatsoever, and that kind of creates an opportunity for comedy. And we were speaking about it yesterday, and somebody said it's like the perfect puzzle. And so as I was reading it, I felt like it was just kind of coming into greater and greater focus, and then you get to the end, and it's truly one of those movies that it keeps coming alive, but the last shot, it's a really, really, really ambitious last shot, and it earns it, and yeah, it's really excited about it.
It's one of my favorite scenes is the last shot.
Thank you!
And I think when watching it, you're realizing it's a complicated love story with complicated characters, and Marisa, your character being one of the most complicated in the storyline. When you were reading this script, did you realize what it was going to be, or was it not until you got on the set?
Well, yeah, I never realize what it's going to be. I don't think the thing knows what it's going to be till we all get there, really, in a certain way. But it was just such an unusual character. Someone I just, the elements of her to be a tugboat captain addicted to romance. I mean, just those two things together are just like, you know, sweet and salty, you know, yin and yang, all in one person. And getting to manifest that. And I just was thrilled that Rebecca saw me that way, if that's the right way to phrase it.
Rebecca, we heard Anne talking about what a great script it was, but this didn't start off as a screenplay. Kind of what was the journey of getting to it?
So it was a short story called She Came to Me, which is in a collection called Total, and then it stayed with me for a long time. But originally, the main character in the short story is a man who's a writer, and eventually he turned into an opera composer because it's more fun to watch operas being composed and come to life than watching someone write. And then the woman became a tugboat captain. And then there was a pair of lovers that were going to be sort of supposed to be these very young people that had more wisdom, really, in a way, than everybody else. They had a kind of innocent wisdom. And then I had the character of Patricia, who's the therapist who had secret kind of metaphysical longings. And she just came like in the mail somehow to me. She just, I don't know, through my fillings. I don't know where she came from. But and Katrina too, I mean, sometimes you're just given a gift, you know, like I've experienced complete writer's block, which is the biggest drag you can imagine. I've also experienced a few gifts, and the characters came to me and they were a gift, but the biggest gift was really these amazing actors.
What do you hope that people will walk away from this with?
Well, you know, that it's okay to get lost in life. And sometimes, like, I think we forget to get lost because we're so busy getting everything done every day. But sometimes getting lost in your life means finding yourself.
I hear the boss, AKA Bruce Springsteen, wrote a song just for this film. How did you happen to make that happen?
You know
Did you
what?
pick up the
I'm
phone and
still-
say, hey,
I'm still
Bruce, I need you?
No, I'm still pinching myself. And I already knew Bruce a bit, and he had given us another a song for my previous film. So I thought, well, I sent it to him, and him and Patty called me and just loved it. I mean, it was really just loved it. And he said, let me see what I can do. And in 3 days, he had sent me the demo for this song. It just like came out of him. It came to him.
Like everything comes. Anne Hathaway, Marisa Tomei, Rebecca Miller, thank you all so much for being here with us. And She Came to Me will hit theaters exclusively this Friday, October 6th.
What a treat for us.
Yeah.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.